probably own it, but since the French church got lit on fire,
You mean the Notre Dame Cathedral?
The French church.
The French
wow.
church.
We'll go somewhere.
The French church. My joke was hope the Hunchback got out okay.
Hunchback of Notre Dame is the most underrated Disney film, and you're calling it the French church.
It's the Notre Dame. It's a Notre Dame Cathedral.
But anyway, Assassin's Creed Unity is now free until like Thursday.
I have Unity already.
I know, but still, it's downloading as we speak.
I have to get on my Assassin's Creed binge. I have to finish a lot of those games. There's so many of them.
I don't think I ever played Unity. When did Unity come out?
I don't even know. There's been so many. Like I lost count.
The internet.
When I worked for GameStop, the only Assassin's Creed that was notable was Syndicate, because they made us have a last-minute midnight release, and we had 0 people show up.
Syndicate was the French Revolution, I believe.
Yes.
That was the last one I played then.
Yeah, Syndicate was 2015.
Had a last-minute midnight release. How was working at GameStop, by the way?
It was a really fun job, but like in terms of the company itself, it was horrible. But like everyone I worked with was always really cool. Like we were all friends. Like no one.
Like, what do you guys really do? You just sit down and talk about video games.
Basically, T-Mobile is like the grown-up version of GameStop. That's why so many GameStop employees go to the phone business afterwards.
True. Yankees. Brett Gardner hit a grand fucking slam.
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, the Red Sox are so bad. I love it.
Yo, did you see Chris Sale's post-game interview yesterday?
Yeah, he was like, I'm embarrassed.
He's like, no, fuck this. This is embarrassing. And meanwhile, James Paxton's like, oh, I could do this all fucking day.
Yeah, James Paxton was like, he's like, I belong here now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Kate Murphy, when are you going to a Yankee game with us?
When are we all going to a Yankee game?
I don't know. I have to look up tickets. I have to recoup after.
Oh, no, Unity is the French Revolution. I played this one. I never beat this one. I thought it was bad.
What, Unity was the French? What was Syndicate?
Syndicate was Victorian-era London.
There we go. Jack the Ripper shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably good. When am I good? Anytime after, like, the back half of May going forward. I have too much shit going on.
That's fine. I have to start planning for a wedding. Should go down to.
Hey, Murphy, I never finished SmackDown. I'm sorry.
What do you mean you didn't finish SmackDown?
He never finishes anything. He relies on his co-host to fill him in.
It's all right. I'm watching Vince McMahon's promo right now.
Oh, it's actually kind of funny.
Oh, and Elias comes out. That's amazing.
Yes, it's great.
It's actually kind of funny.
Is Elias officially on SmackDown?
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoy that a lot of my weird predictions came true, like Elias going to SmackDown.
I also enjoy Elias getting booed out of the building on Raw. I'm
not gonna lie, dude. I enjoyed the shakeup. I thought it was fine.
The shakeup's fine. If you look at the final list, the shakeup's fine.
Yeah, like I have no complaints. To be honest.
The Viking experience.
That's a complaint.
That's a very good complaint.
That's a valid complaint.
And I'll rant about this more later. My biggest complaint will be Pete Dunne. Sorry.
Pete Dunne might still come up at some point.
Like later, but like I don't know. I felt like him just showing up Monday night would have been very impactful.
The problem is against who though?
Shut your mouths.
That's what it is. Like, who do you put Pete Dunne up against?
Oh. Drew would be fun.
Yeah, but you're making Drew a monster.
Damn, dude, Roman got a good pop.
Of course he is. Quebec.
Roman on SmackDown is gonna be awesome.
Well, that's a money move because
Fox.
he's gonna be the pillar for Fox.
You got both mid-card titles are also on SmackDown,
which is crazy.
That makes no sense.
We have
the women's division. They have like the best women's division now.
They do have a good women's division. I like how Paige is the mouthpiece for Kyrie and
Asuka.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's weird, but it's like you see the picture of them in the hotel room. It's like,
they are kind of weird, yeah. But like at least they're getting paid something to do.
Yeah, no, keep that bitch on TV. She's too talented not to be on TV.
I thought you were gonna say she's too hot not to be on TV.
Well, that
too. Is also true.
Being hot is part of being hot is part of her being talented.
No, it's not.
It helps.
There's a lot of talentless hot people in the world.
That's also true. But they're also on TV because they're hot. Nia Jax is not hot, but she's talented.
Nia Jax also isn't going to be around for at least a year.
Thank God.
tore both of her ACLs. So not
That-
thank God.
Yeah,
That fucking blows.
I mean, yeah, that does blow. I like how Elias caught Vince.
But
It was
again,
like Vince did a trust fall.
and Tamina's just gonna be out because Nia's gonna be out, and they're not gonna put Tamina on TV ever now.
And we don't know what's gonna happen with Sasha either.
How do you feel about this? That's your wife.
How do I feel about Sasha?
This whole situation.
She has a gripe.
I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the first times I was like, Roman Reigns, damn, he's like a legit badass.
Finally, it took them 7 years.
It was everything.
Ricky, do you still listen to Matt Men?
No, but they've been breaking a shit ton of news on Instagram. A lot.
They have been breaking up. AEW is going to TBS. TBS on October. It's gonna be on Tuesdays.
I thought it was TNT. It was called like Tuesday Night Dynamite or something.
It's going to be either or. They haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. But the announcement is pending.
Listen to Matt Man, dude. Their podcast is still excellent.
No, I mean, we had Zarian on the show. Like, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, he's absolutely phenomenal.
We should have him be the third man. Like Joey Zarian. Another podcast?
I love how we had him on the show, and, like, he had his video, and his logo was still there in the studio.
I know. I was like, damn, I can't get rid of this. But I was like, oh, well, it's Zarian.
Yeah, Kate, if you come to an Evolve show, we'll have you meet Zarian of Matt Men.
I would like that.
He's everything you think he is.
When is the next Evolve show?
Not for a while. They're in Ybor City.
Midwest.
And they're going to Ybor City soon.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Evolve, guess who got signed to Performance Center?
Who?
Darby?
Shane Strickland.
Shut the fuck up.
They got Kushida, Shane Strickland. They just announced it. It's Kushida, Shane Strickland, which I thought was a surprise because I thought they were definitely going for Darby. God, you're beautiful. I just saw it. Let me see. WWE PC. By the way, the Performance Center YouTube page is fucking amazing.
I watched the video about fucking Sarah Logan's wedding.
The Viking wedding? It's so cool.
It's beautiful.
And everybody dressed up in Viking gear?
It was so cool. Although, like, high key, I feel very bad for the Riot Squad.
High key.
It's Guy Garza Jr.
Okay.
But yeah, they signed those three.
Should be fun.
He's a luchador.
Ooh.
But Shane Strickland got the call, so good for fucking him.
That's awesome.
Hopefully they do him well.
Hopefully.
I think Darby is going to be next down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Darby Allin wrestle?
Like casually, like not like in depth.
Oh,
someone likes to beat the shit out of him.
Will and I became fans. Yeah, Darby Allin just put on him and Cassius put on a match where Cassius almost pretty much beat the shit out of him.
That's fantastic.
Literally, just like threw him around the ring. But every time he went for a pin, Darby would kick out at one.
Fuck, at one. It was ridiculous.
It was absolutely nuts. And then what was the second time we saw him? He got thrown off the top rope into the crowd.
That's wild.
Onto the announcer, remember?
Onto the announcer himself or the table?
Yeah, no, the announcer.
Yeah, two got murdered. I'm starting with Lacey Evans' theme, by the way.
Perfect. Because
When am I gonna record?
We're gonna tell you in a second. We're gonna call this the Queen Bee Experience.
Yes.
Just tell me when, Will.
Hang on.
This is 144, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I get used to recording. I gotta get used to recording my TV now.
I gave you a fucking hour or a half hour. You gotta get this together, Will.
I mean, it's just
it's
bouncing back.
It's 9:21.
Alright. I am recording.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kate, on 3, we're gonna clap.
Wait,
3?
don't record?
No, record. Oh, you're recording?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so on 3, we're gonna clap. 1, 2, 3. So traditional.
She's so good.
I can't.
1, 2. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Kings of the Ring podcast, episode number 144. The show does go on. WrestleMania continues the hangover, still hungover, but the Superstar ShakeUp has come and gone. Big things stopping. Big things popping, little things stopping. I forget what
yes. You're actually correct on that lyric.
I was actually correct for once. That's the first.
Yeah, big things popping, little things stopping.
KOTR, MVP, I met him, I should know this. KOTR _podcast on our Twitter feed, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's coming back very, very soon, next week. Very exciting things to come in the future. Of course, it's me, it's Ripley T. I'm back in the big chair. T's and Thomas, ARASHUK.
I mean, you were in the big chair last week.
Yeah, but I'm still there. I'm actually in a bed. My computer is built, and I could not be happier because I can do everything that's much for me. Ricky, have you
What's up?
You have a gaming.
Yeah, I do have a gaming computer. I don't play games on it. I just use it to, create.
Mine has unlimited power.
Yeah, congratulations. What's going on, everybody? It's King Ricky Rose of the Kings of the Rings podcast, your general manager of Wrestle Addict Radio at Addict Wrestle on Twitter, your social media ambassador of KOTR _podcast, wherever all podcasts can be found. Find me personally at Ambassador Biggs, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs, on all other social media outlets. And we talked last week that we needed to shake things up a little bit. And ever since last week, there's been a bit of a buzz, if you might say, Will, about who we might bring on.
It was a Seinfeld joke.
As a
double entendre.
Yeah, as who we might bring on as a new guest host, or maybe even a future co-host. And we didn't really have to look far, because all you had to do was flash a Valkyrie symbol up there, and lo and behold, we have the Queen Bee, Kate Murphy, with us here this evening. Kate, how are you?
No, Ricky, that is not a good.
Whoa.
That is not a good enough introduction.
Really, Shane McMahon?
This is the
Do
one.
Again.
Only.
You don't have the voice. You don't have the voice for this. You know that, right?
Not anymore. The one, the only.
It sounds horrible.
The love of my life. The
Horrible.
one, Kate Murphy.
Nick is going to be pissed.
God. Love you.
Nick is going to be pissed.
How are you guys? This is your Queen Bee, Kate Murphy, the __ the Kate Murphy on Twitter, the Kate Murphy on literally everything else. What's going on, friends? Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for coming in and helping us out.
Literally, the first person me and Ricky thought of was fucking Kate Murphy. We just had to ask her, and all I had to do was what time. That's it. That was it.
Pretty much, yeah.
I even texted you, and I'm like, hey, if you need any help, I'm free.
I was like, how is next week?
I said I'm free literally every Wednesday except next week.
So we'll just have to find somebody for next week, which is fine.
That's fine.
Maybe if he's still mad at us, he might not want to do it.
He can only do Thursdays, which might be a problem. But
yeah,
it's neither here nor there.
Oh, there we go. That's one for today.
It's gotta live somewhere. Kate, you had big feelings and thoughts about this shakeup. What was your initial takeaway?
I'm kind of underwhelmed a little bit. Like, the mid card's gonna be fine, but like I feel like there's something missing in the main event picture.
On what show?
Either show, and it's Pete fucking Dunne. I think that's just. I'm so mad about Pete Dunne. Like, I felt him in my soul. Like, I knew he was coming. Like, he lost to Walter in that classic. It's going to be match of the year. And I'm like, it's fine. He's going to show up on Raw.
Oh, it's not match of the year, because that 2 out of 3 falls actually got the highest.
Oh, yeah. Dave Meltzer said it's the greatest WWE match in the history of the WWE.
Which is a lie, but whatever.
No, it's not. It is not the greatest match of all time.
Dave Meltzer.
You know Meltzer gave Hogan Andre at WrestleMania 3 like -2 stars?
No,
did he
for
really?
In America?
It was like -2.25. What a dick.
He actually he broke his own scoring system again for this. He gave Gargano and Adam Cole 2 out of 3 falls 5.5.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for you, Meltzer. Look at a scoop over there, Meltzer.
Yeah, scoop, satin.
So I think wrestling fans in general just thought too much of this shakeup. They expected too much. Their
Right.
eyes were bigger than their appetite.
Usually what happens.
Well, it's usually what happens with wrestling. When you have too high expectations, you're gonna be disappointed. Me, I had no expectations. I didn't really care one way or the other. I was just gonna say, okay, let's see what happens. And I'm not really much shook up. I'm like, ooh. I'm excited. It's an interesting new set of rosters. Some people who didn't get moved, I thought was gonna get moved, like Drew McIntyre, maybe even Randy Orton. But with the way the roster shook out, I think the tides are going to be turning. I think the blue brand is going to be the number one brand, as it probably should be, going into Fox.
Yeah,
No,
I think that's what the shakeup is all about, is that you have to set up the impending move back to primetime television. And so you got to have some of your big stars, like a Charlotte Flair. You got to have a loaded women's division, because women's wrestling is on the up and up, and it will be. And that's one of the things they're probably going to highlight on Fox. You got to have your already established legend in Randy Orton. You got to have your locker room leader in Roman Reigns there, hate him or love him. And you got to have somebody that everybody just universally loves, like an abtastic Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's your setup right there.
And a little spice of attitude era with the Hardy Boys.
Exactly. And there you go, right there. I wish the Usos would have said, but you have also your entertainment value in the New Day, who can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm. Big O.
Exactly, yeah, the Big O. You have Kevin Owens, who can pretty much play any character you need him to. SmackDown's fine, and then you have some up and coming surprises like Buddy fucking Murphy.
That I'm really excited
What
to see.
a coup that SmackDown got with Buddy Murphy. Like, he's going to just go leaps and bounds above everybody when he finally gets to SmackDown.
It's kind of interesting because SmackDown is probably going to be that new mainstream like Raw has been for years. Whereas Raw, it's going to be a lot of the wrestling. You still have like Drew, who's incredible. Seth Rollins is one of the best workers in the business, and AJ Styles, who is the best worker in the business.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. I think Raw's might be a little bit better too.
Don't forget about Andrade.
Andrade, in-ring technician. The Miz, who is entertaining as all hell, bringing that mainstream back over the Raw. I think Raw didn't get as shafted as people think they did.
Let's look up the list of people that switched over.
I have it right now. I took notes last night.
Yes, you did. All right, so let's start with Raw.
All right, so everybody that got drafted to Raw last night, we have The Miz, we have Ricochet, we have the love of my life, Aleister Black.
Ricochet and Aleister Black are still on Raw too.
I'm excited. We have formerly known as the War Raiders. We have.
My God! Let's not.
Actually,
fuck it. Let's stop and let's talk about that there.
Okay, I went in order. That's why.
That's fine. I was so excited when I heard their music.
Me too.
And then I saw the Viking Experience, and I was like, "What?"
I thought it was it was the Snickers commercial.
Really?
Okay, so I smoked a little bit during Raw. So
did you?
I did. Oh no. So I heard their music hit and I wasn't really paying attention and I just see the Viking Experience. So I go, oh cool, there's a new Snickers commercial. Like, you know the Bobby Roode commercial?
Oh yeah.
So I thought this was the Bobby Roode commercial, but with the War Raiders, and they just changed the name for no fucking reason. But then it kept going. I'm like, oh, this is long. Then I go, wait a minute. This is real.
Literally, if people get mad enough, they should have Sami Zayn go in the ring with them, give them each a Snickers, beat the fuck out of Sami Zayn, and the War Raiders come back.
Or, like, this is bad.
It is bad. Like, what are their new names? Like Eric and Roham or whatever?
Ivar and Eric.
Ivar and Eric.
Why not Ivan? What is Ivar?
I don't know. How about
Ivan the Terrible?
How about Hanson and Rowe, the War Raiders?
They were great.
Yeah, it was fine.
They can't even argue that they don't want to say war on TV because they called Ember Moon the War Goddess last night.
And the crowd still chants war.
Yeah.
And are they heels now? They teamed with the Revival.
I guess so.
But, like, also, it took us forever to get behind the War Raiders thing when they had those switching from War Machine.
Because we were so mad about the War Machine, and then we gave up, and they bastardized them. There's no hope.
I really have, I don't know. I have slim, like, they need to realize how much backlash they're getting for this and just change them back to War Raiders. Like, it makes no sense. How are you going to figure out who they are from NXT? Like, you can't look up the Viking experience and go into NXT because you're not going to see it. Like, just a week ago, they were Hanson and Royal, the War Raiders, putting on arguably the best match of TakeOver.
Mm-hmm.
And
One
now,
top 5 matches
nothing.
of the weekend.
Yeah, and now nothing. And now absolutely not. Like, how do you go to these guys who just solidified the NXT tag titles? Like, listen, guys, you're the NXT tag champ. That's great. You're still gonna be on NXT. You're gonna debut on Raw.
Yes, fuck yeah.
As the Viking experience.
Fuck
what?
Me. Can we be like Viking Machine or something, or
Viking
War
Machine?
Experience?
I would have been fine with, like.
They come out as Terminator Vikings.
Like, I get it, like, they want to accentuate the fact that they're Vikings, but, like, they come out as Vikings.
We
like,
know they're Vikings.
We get it. We know they're Vikings. Vikings went to war. Like, we get it. You don't have to, like, shove it down our throat that they're Vikings.
They beat it to death.
This is the thing, though. Vince McMahon, like, I think he understands that wrestling fans are stupid. However,
we're not that stupid.
We're not that dumb. Like, we know what a Viking is. We know what a Viking looks like. You don't need to tell us what a Viking is. You don't need to tell us the Viking experience. Show us the Viking experience.
I have seen 4 seasons of Vikings on History Channel. I get it.
It's fine.
You know what it is? I think Vince, even though they talk about the early 90s as, like, the worst time for WWE, I think Vince secretly loved that time. I think Vince loved creating outlandish characters, so every chance he gets, he tries to do it with current wrestlers, and it just doesn't work out.
Which is unfortunate because I enjoy outlandish, crazy wrestling. He's just, you don't got it anymore.
Yeah,
it's a
shame.
And they're not going to go back to the War Machine because there's no way he's going to admit he was wrong.
Well, no, they can't go back to War Machine because New Japan won't give up the War Machine brand.
Well, War Raiders then, rather.
Yeah, they should give up War. They should go back to War Raiders, and that's.
But Vince won't. He'll have to admit he was wrong, and I don't think he's going to do that.
It's fucking.
But keep in mind, though, Velveteen Dream was the Patrick Clark experience before he became Velveteen Dream.
The Velveteen Raiders. The Oakland Raiders.
Hey.
They're moving to Vegas, right?
In like a year or two, yeah.
We can call them
call them the Las Vegas experience.
The Las Vegas. No, I want them to be called this Eric Ivar, the Oakland Raiders.
And speaking of California, California in 2 years, guys.
No, build from LA.
Allegedly.
Wait. Mania's where?
Allegedly in LA 2 years from now.
37, sorry.
At the new LA Coliseum.
Yeah.
I'm fine with going to LA. I'm still waiting for WrestleMania Las Vegas where I can bet all my money away.
Oh, when the Raiders Coliseum gets finalized, that's going to happen. You bet your ass.
Probably like 2022 or something.
It's going to be the most expensive Mania ever.
I know, but I'm so excited.
So much betting on one event.
I know, dude. I'm going to put so much money down. I'm going to win so much money. I can't wait.
You're going to be broke. We're going to have to leave you in Vegas. So, like, you're going to have to, prostitute yourself back to New York.
That's right. I know a guy.
Be like Joey and Friends and work as one of the gladiators at the casino.
That's true. Work in Caesar's Palace.
Yep. You're gonna take pictures.
Or you'd be like that. You'd be like that whore from that movie, Showgirls. There you go.
Ooh, that could be from Showgirls. Well, guys, I will start filling out applications.
Wait. Will, did you ever see Showgirls?
I have seen Showgirls.
Okay.
A lot of titties. It's the worst movie ever made.
It's a weird 90s raunchy movie.
It's known as one of the best worst movies ever made.
Yeah.
The Room.
It's like The Room, but it's NC-17 because there's a lot of titties.
Dead ass though, meeting Tommy Wiseau was one of the highlights of my life.
When did that happen?
2 years ago. Right before I got sober, my best friend and I went to a screening of The Room and met Tommy Wiseau, and he hit on me.
Nice.
I loved it.
We will get into that story, and now we'll start filling out applications for Las Vegas. During the break, don't be right back. If you want to hear this Kate Murphy story,
wait, hold on. Did you say don't be right back?
Did I?
Yeah, you said don't be right back.
Yes, no, it won't be. Okay,
we will be right back.
We will be right back. But if you have if you want to hear the Kate Murphy story about how she met met Tommy Wiseau and flew right into his hive, go to our Patreon, put $1 in, and you'll get the video feed, and you'll hear that story. But for all you people who aren't on our Patreon, like Nikki, you have to hear this ad.
And Danny and Christina.
And Danny and, the rest of the Valkyrie. We'll be right back after the break.
Yeah, we're never going to join the Patreon. Nikki probably never.
That's fine.
But why?
I don't know. Well, Nikki only talks to Will now.
She doesn't even talk to me.
Really?
Well, I haven't messaged her, but...
Ah. Well, at least she responds to your text.
You never told me why you said Christina was a bitch at Mania.
Oh. No. Was it Will or was it me?
Will.
I didn't say... When I say she was a bitch?
At the tailgate.
No, I was probably drunk.
You were.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happened.
What happened?
So, when Dave and I decided to go to an impromptu midnight wrestling show in Jersey City, Nikki and Christina were there because my friend PB Smooth was the AIW champion going into it. So we came and we were all kind of decked out. And so, like, we saw Nikki, Fish, and Christina and her husband there. And we like waved to them, and like Nikki turned around for her. She's like, "Oh crap, hi, how are you?" And Nikki's friend Fish was like, "Oh dude, what the fuck is up?" Like Fish loves us.
I love Fish.
Fucking love Fish. And then Christina's husband saw us, and he's like, he's like, "Oh shit, it's them! Like, what's going on, guys? How you doing?" And he goes to Christina's like, "Oh look, it's Ricky and Dave," and she is like refusing to turn around and like say hi to us. And then
why?
I don't know. She finally does it.
Our angle.
She finally does it, and she's like, she gave us like a half-ass wave, and I was like, okay, you're mad.
Still.
Why was I the only person that got it?
I don't know. Even Danny was PO'd a little bit about it, but at least her argument made sense because it teetered the lines between like opinionated podcasts to like semi-reality based, but like that was also the idea.
Yeah.
I guess because they're pissed because we got them.
Yeah.
You win.
I think it's even more pissed because I had to blatantly lie to her, but I had no clue what was going on.
I never denied it. Nikki never said, "Is this a work?" So I never had to lie to her. I just didn't, mention it.
That's why I purposely asked Dave if it was a work because I knew neither of you would tell me.
Yeah, because we were going along with the storyline. Damn it.
Exactly.
But all good angles should.
But Dave ignored me, so I'm like, okay, it's a work.
And yet you still were sold by it.
How was I sold by it? I never responded to it again.
I don't know.
All of you commented on my status. Or my tweet, rather.
It was your tweet that we all went off on?
Yeah, it was mine.
Was it really?
It was my tweet. I was in the middle of listening to the show.
Which one? The one where we actually had the argument? Or?
I think so. And it was before I texted Dave. It was before I texted Dave asking if y'all broke up, and then somehow, I don't know what the fuck happened because I was at work.
Oh, Slack got involved.
Slack somehow got involved on my tweet, and then it blew up.
Because Slack doesn't. Well, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Slack doesn't know when to stay in his lane. Like he just butted his head, thinking he would. Because Slack, for some reason, I can easily get under Slack's skin. Oh, the Yankees won.
You're an egomaniac, right?
I'm a rabid egomaniac, and I'm able to get under his skin all the time, even though the most disparaging shit about Slack comes from Will.
Kind of true.
It is, but all of his anger always comes towards me for some reason.
Okay.
But like Will can say anything he wants, but he'll always talk to Will.
Because I'm Team Slack, bro.
But
you
why?
were not Team Slack. You were not Team Slack. Okay, we've been through this.
I am totally Team Slack.
You are not Team Slack at all.
If he was in the Patreon, he would see just how Team Slack I am.
But he's
You're not Team Slack at all.
Let's bring it back.
Let's go.
Cool.
Wow, Kate, that was a riveting story. I can't believe I heard all that information. And by the way, the Kingswings podcast is brought to you by that Stitch pillow in the background.
Yes.
Oh, there's more. Besides the Stitch pillow in the background.
Can you give me your best Stitch impression?
No.
It's similar to Arbok from Pokemon. That's how I describe it. But guys, let's swerve back to Raw and give it a glare. See what I did there? Oh, amazing.
I didn't get my list.
Shane came out with Stephanie, and he got booed more than Stephanie for once. That's a first.
Because Shane's playing a good heel.
Oh, he is a good heel. The Mike Rome thing is getting a little annoying. Like, kind of, Shane evolved a little bit, even though it's only been like a month.
It's Mike Rome on Raw, Greg Hamilton on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, Greg Hamilton does it better because Greg Hamilton has a great voice. Mike
What
Rome
do you
is
guys think?
surprising.
What do you guys think about CM Punk saying that it's a direct hit at him?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a blatant shot at CM Punk. The whole Best in the World tournament was always a shot at CM Punk. WWE is known for being petty, but New Day only broke Demolition's record because Demolition was suing WWE.
And they lost it the week after they broke it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's time for you to. It's time. This is well overdue.
Yeah. So it's one of WWE is always petty, and they're always doing some shady shit, and so I think it is a shot at CM Punk. I always thought it was, but also it's a shot at him to try to get him into coming back.
That's not the way to get him back. Like, I finally accepted this week. I think I've let him go.
Finally.
Yeah. I mean, forever. He's like my first love. Like, forever. Forever and always. He's like my dead husband. He died in the war. That's it.
Died in the war. Goodness.
Because he did.
No, he didn't. He walked out of the war. That's not dying. That's abandoning.
He walked out of the war and walked into a murder that was UFC.
Yeah.
Twice. Or was it 3 times?
No, it's twice.
It was only twice.
It was twice. Meanwhile, his real wife is at home, like, writing books and becoming a popular, notable author.
Actually, more famous. If they want to bring Phil Brooks back, they should bring back AJ.
That's the problem. You can't have one without the other. And AJ obviously left on her own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a year or so later. But it's hard because one of the people missing from this whole women's movement is AJ Lee. Mm-hmm. She that pipe bomb she did on the Bella Twins at the height of Total Divas was like huge.
See,
you never
WWE loves to say like the founders of the women's evolution when really they're not.
What, the Bella Twins? Yeah.
The Bella Twins?
No, well, the Bella Twins, they're a different evolution. They're more famous and revolutionary for a different reason. They brought mainstream outside of WWE. Sure. If you want to talk about people giving a shit about women's wrestling and an actual product on TV,
AJ Lee.
It's not the Bellas. It's not really Natty. It's not fucking Tori Wilson. It's Trish.
It never was Tori Wilson.
It's Trish, Lita, Chyna, and AJ.
I agree.
Sprinkle Beth Phoenix in there too.
Yeah. Also,
I'm not going to sprinkle Beth Phoenix in there because she was in an era where she was kind of like an anti-diva, but she didn't really do anything like historic.
The Glam Slam is still like a better finisher than most men.
Oh, still great finisher. Absolutely deserved Hall of Famer. But to say she's one of like the pillars of the women's evolution, no, because the machine wasn't behind her. She was on top of the worst era of women's. No, it's not her fault at all. It's WWE's fault. But that's the kind of say that she's just the pillar.
But like that's saying like Alundra Blaze doesn't deserve her Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think she deserves the Hall of Fame, definitely.
But like Alundra Blaze was also in like a horrible era for women's wrestling.
She was women's wrestling. She was all there was. That was it.
That's very true.
That's all there was. It was her. It was her and Luna, and Luna didn't wrestle.
And Sherry Martel.
And Sable, but again.
God bless Sherry Martel.
No, she was before Sable.
Fair. Again, only one of them wrestled.
Sherry wrestled from time to time. And Luna Vachon, well, Luna was Luna. Yeah. It's actually a very good Luna.
I'm gonna go in there and drink your blood in the ring. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
All right, so Shane McMahon was on Raw.
And no one likes him.
And he brought up Mrs. Dad again. I was actually on a website job hunting, and I was scrolled down, And there was Shane's dad. Miz's dad is standing there, and the title of the article was
he's the best meme in wrestling.
Yeah, it was like wrestling meme explained. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Shane McMahon's dad is the best meme in wrestling going on right now. It's great. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
They literally just put him against anybody.
Yeah. So Tyson. So
they had him up against Thanos.
Experience, the second best meme in wrestling.
Viking Experience is the worst name in wrestling.
But the second best meme in wrestling right now.
It's worse. It's worse than Ali. But is Miz and Shane over now? Because is Shane still gonna be bouncing back and forth from Raw? Like, what's going on with the Authority on Raw and SmackDown now?
I think that was just a way to get Miz as a surprise
to Raw. Right.
Raw. Yeah, I think it's over.
Good.
Yeah, Shane's probably just gonna go back to SmackDown. Stephanie's gonna sit on Raw, and that's it.
And Miz is gonna just reap the benefits of Miz and Mrs. because that show is fucking great. Will, did you watch Miz and Mrs. last night?
I didn't watch season 1.
What?
I didn't pay attention to it. Like, I watched it casually last night, but I have to go back and rewatch the new season.
So pretty much the premise of this episode is Miz doesn't have much time at home, and he wants to be with his daughter, but also be with his wife. And he's and the whole premise of that episode is they're trying to find a way to have sex.
I saw the jogging part. That I enjoyed thoroughly.
Oh yeah. Miz is jogging, just keeping in shape and training. Maurice texts him. She goes, "Where are you?" And he's like, I'm about a mile out. Why? And she goes, "The baby just went to sleep." And then she sends him a grapefruit and a peach.
He goes, "I'll be there in 6 minutes."
Be there in 6 minutes. Looks at the camera and winks and starts bolting it.
But then he arrives to the house and the baby's awake. And she's like, the baby was asleep for 2 minutes.
It was so funny because him and Maurice talk about how before the baby was born, how he used to spend time in the SmackDown hotel, and they made all these sexual euphemisms with wrestling moves.
Side note, it's being speculated that Miz is going to Raw to promote Miz and Mrs. Better.
That makes sense.
Because apparently Miz and Mrs.'s numbers this season aren't great, so if you put the Miz on Monday, it gives you an extra day to promote and be like, yo, watch my show.
But also, when you had us watching Temptation Island for a whole season after SmackDown, which, by the way, semi-compelling shit.
Did you watched it?
It was on a lot of the time. I just kept it on, and after a while, I was like, fuck it. I'm kind of invested to see what the fuck happens now.
Was it the beautiful train wreck I hoped it would be?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Temptation Island from 20 years ago though?
Oh yeah, I remember the first Temptation Island. Yo, this is
okay.
Thank
God.
But I'm gonna watch it.
I've mentioned that to so many people, and no one knew Temptation Island was a show.
It was a Fox show.
Yeah,
you guys can make this. You guys, this is a wrestling podcast, guys. You guys can make this a Patreon exclusive. Andrade came out and put on a clinic with Finn Balor. I'm surprised he got the win, but just have Finn show up the next night made sense.
I wish we could have. That's the only reason I wish Andrade could have stayed on SmackDown, or Finn stayed on Raw, because I would love to see these guys go at it
I want more.
Yeah, I want more too. But Zelina Vega, god damn.
Oh my god.
Being 2 feet away from Zelina Vega at Access was a very, very happy experience for me.
Me as well. She didn't smile in my picture though. I'm gonna block her. I'm gonna block her.
She was so happy in Ricky's picture though. I felt so bad.
Because we got a connection. I talked about where we were from. And we're both on the island at some point. So.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Just for that, I'm blocking her on Twitter.
Yeah, it'd be a bad move on your part.
What? I know. I'm gonna keep on Instagram now where it counts.
Where you can see pictures of her and her husband, Alistair.
Yeah.
So after Andrade and Zelina showed up, Rey Mysterio showed up.
That was
fine.
Yeah.
Why don't people like Rey Mysterio anymore?
It's not that I don't like Rey, but what do we?
He's underutilized.
He's underutilized, and there's not it left a bad taste in our mouth.
His knees don't
after
work.
His squash. He got squashed at Mania again.
Because his knees don't work.
But what's your excuse?
They should have just scrapped the match then. If he was that injured, that's why they made it a squash. But they should have scrapped the match because the pay-per-view went till fucking 12:30.
Yeah.
He could have saved the 10 minutes, honestly.
We really could have. And give Samoa Joe a more formidable opponent.
And Lars can't beat the shit out of him, right?
No, Lars showed up immediately after.
Right, but he
But
beat the
then
shit
he
out of
showed
Ray
up on
after, because
SmackDown.
Elias had a concert, Ray came out, booyaka, booyaka! Yeah, you don't know.
So
Yeah.
2 things I noticed. So in my notes, it says for SmackDown Live, Lars Sullivan, sir, pick a fucking show.
Well, they officially announced him as a SmackDown
Yeah,
exclusive.
he's officially on SmackDown. That got confirmed, I think, this morning or last night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
last night it got confirmed.
But like, what's with this whole like? He's doing the whole like legend killer gimmick. I don't like it.
You got to give him something to do.
I guess
It's better than this local jobbers.
I would like to see him attack Randy Orton, maybe. But no,
That could work.
that would be like a nice writing. No,
Who's his first feud? Because Lars versus Braun is Vince McMahon on Blue Chew.
Yeah, but he just separated them.
That's what I mean.
I'm
So, like, what else would
surprised.
your first feud be? The Big Show?
Randy, Big Show's done.
Yeah, Big Show's done.
Gotta give him
Yeah.
Randy.
I'd give him Randy.
Yeah. Yeah, make him kill the Legend Killer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know if I like, because I liked Lars Sullivan in NXT towards the end.
did
Like,
I.
he grew on me. But now it's just like I see him and I just see Snitsky again.
He has to be restarted again because he lost all that time.
Yeah. All of his momentum, and we all know how much of a bitch he is.
Which actually, it's not even that. You can't fuck with somebody's anxiety like that. But also, I think it might be a blessing in disguise because now, unlike the other people, he didn't get overexposed.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of just like, when's Lars coming? When's Lars coming? And all of a sudden, oh shit, Lars is here.
Or it could be like Heavy Machinery, and you're not exposed at all.
Well, Heavy Machinery is a SmackDown exclusive now, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They got booted over.
Which is
Which is
fine
fine.
because I think
Yeah.
Heavy Machinery is that other comedy tag team that you need. They're fucking hysterical. I wish I
love
could have
them
met them at
a lot.
Access.
Maybe next year. But who is in Raw's tag team division? We have the Usos. We have the Revival.
Great move. Great move.
Great
Alistair
move.
and Ricochet.
Fantastic. We have Allison Ricochet, and we have fucking
Team?
Hawkins and Ryder.
Hawkins and Ryder leading the charge.
And the B team. It's like it's very talented,
Jobbers
untalented
Paradise.
tag. Yeah, it's jobbers and the Revival and the Usos.
Yeah.
Are the
I mean,
colognes still signed?
No one cares. Moving on.
But they're the last jobber tag team. Where are they?
Waiting on Carlito to return or something. I don't fucking know.
They're
Carlito and
waiting for
Colognes
for
versus
NXT
House
Latin
Party.
America.
Oh my god. That's
Lucha
crazy.
NXT Lucha.
NXT Lucha. Well, if that becomes a thing in 5 years, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face.
Well, just wait for it. Lucha Underground's gonna be like, well, fuck.
Lucha Underground's already going out of business anyways.
Yeah, they're already like, well, fuck. But how soon do the Usos get these tag belts?
Not too soon. I think they're gonna run with Ryder and Hawkins. I mean, think about when the brand extension first happened. They ran with Rhino and Heath Slater for a while. I think they'll give them a good run.
I think the earliest they'll drop is Money in the Bank.
That's in like a few weeks. That's a month from now.
It's a month.
I think they'll have at least a month. I don't see them having like anything like substantial.
I could see them winning out Money. I mean, you think about it. Wrestling fans are weird. We will put over a really shitty tag team. We put over Slater and Rhino for a while.
We put over a lot of shitty tag teams.
Exactly.
I'm the #1 fan of the B team.
See?
I did like the B team. I think they're hysterical. And meeting them
They're
in person,
amazing.
funnier.
Oh, they are great in person. But once I went to B team, I was like, yeah, I'm done with you
That's
guys.
the
Drop these
best-
belts
Do
immediately.
you know what
That's
I
the
did on?
best thing that they ever
Do you
did.
know what I did on the car ride to Mania?
Scream Battle Scars?
Basically, so I played the B team entrance music on loop.
Those battle scars.
Wait, you weren't driving the car, but you were in charge of a radio?
Yeah, because I was given his phone.
Wow, what an idiot.
Yeah.
I once drove 20 minutes home from work with Sami Zayn on repeat, and then I did it again with Bobby Roode's Glorious when that first came out.
Sami
I've
Zayn
driven-
is my ringtone and has been for the last 2 years.
I drove
won't
to
change.
work once with Ty Dillinger's Perfect 10 theme on repeat. It was great.
Well, speaking of songs on repeat, Sami Zayn took a shit all over Montreal after leading them in a charge for like 4 minutes on Moment of Bliss.
Fucking tastic.
It was. He's my king of the night. The Sami Zayn for being amazing.
Sami Zayn you thought like he had when he left, he was the outlandish, ridiculous heel who turned into Grandpa Sami Zayn when he had to read something. And then he got better in his absence. Now he's a disgruntled, obnoxious heel. And
oh my God,
so awesome.
He's just so bitchy.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn is the wrestling...
Shut up, dude.
Sami Zayn is the wrestling equivalent of Nick Miller from New Girl, and I'm here for it.
Wow. Nice.
He is.
He's just a grumpy old man now.
I'm just waiting to say, what about me? What about Sammy? What about me, guys?
What about Sammy?
What about Sami Zayn? Let's go!
Not get in the mid-card picture by SummerSlam. I will be very disappointed, though.
But here's the thing: where is Sammy now? Sammy hasn't not really declared. Is he on Raw? Is he on SmackDown?
Did he show up on SmackDown?
He did not show up on SmackDown.
No, he showed up on Raw. He's on Raw. Kevin Owens is on SmackDown, which I'm kind of sad they split them up, but whatever.
That was bound. They'll come back and fight each other.
Yeah, they're forever entwined. We've seen enough of them.
How many? I think I have like 13 installments at this point of my running like Cammy hashtag at my Cammy fanfiction posts on Twitter. There's like 13 installments of Cammy.
Ah, Cammy. KO, the big O. What else happened on Raw?
Braun Strowman threw EC3 through the stage.
What did EC3 do backstage, though?
Yeah, I really want to know, because like I met him and I thought he was really cool.
Yeah,
a really nice guy.
And he's humongous. Nice. He looks like an Egyptian god.
Yeah, but the Egyptian god was white.
The tan helps.
Yeah, and he's really funny. Like people have said, the best part about him is his ability to speak, and they're not letting him do that.
I think he was dead on arrival. Like I think he's done.
They kind of started on commentary. He wants to get victory after victory after victory after victory, which is what got him over in TNA in the first place.
Yeah, I don't think he was dead on arrival. I think he was made for the main roster. Like, his NXT run wasn't that great.
It was fine.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't really do anything, but you'd figure with someone whose NXT run wasn't that great, they usually do better on the main roster.
Yeah.
And he just hasn't had that moment yet, and I don't know why. I do think it's something backstage politic-wise that he fucked up.
Yeah.
But the world may never know. Because I really feel like EC3 could be a great, at the moment right now, mid-card to top-tier commodity.
Dude, he could.
If they give him the time.
The character. He has the N-ring. He's got it all. He's got the look. And he can get heat. He's very good at getting heat when you let him just go off. He's a guy who could fucking be WWE champion.
Yeah.
He could.
He could, but I don't know what they think is holding him back, or I don't know what the restraints are on him.
Well, did you see? I think Drake Maverick is with him now. They're testing that.
Drake Maverick has to do something
because AOP is dead.
Razor might be leaving. I heard.
Yeah, I heard. But do we know why? Because I thought one of them was injured.
One of them's injured. It went from like being injured to having like passport issues at one point. Like
yeah, like they just disappeared, and I really don't know where they went.
That's what's missing from like maybe SmackDown. Putting Akam and Razor in there, they would have been great.
Yeah,
as the monsters.
AOP is a tag team who I genuinely loved a lot, and I'm just very upset that they were just wasted. Same thing with Sanity. I'm so upset about fucking Sanity.
Well, Sanity was dead in the water without Nikki Cross.
I know.
Where are they now?
I heard
Eric Young went to Raw.
Leaving.
Wolf is rumored to be leaving. Nikki Cross is on UK.
But when was that announced?
I don't know, but she also has
I think the Patreon group chat or something. I'm just confused.
She also has like a budding YouTube page now that she just started.
I noticed that. I haven't watched any of the videos, but she keeps posting about like Money in the Bank and red or blue, it doesn't matter, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I'm really not quite sure.
Shitty.
Who knows? But I mean, it's getting to the point where there's so much talent that you really got to divide them up somehow. There's so much talent and so much property that you got to divide them up in some way, shape, or form, or get rid of some of the property and get rid of some of the talent.
Yeah, there's just not enough room for all these people, unfortunately.
No. Well, I'm glad that they're graduating the cruiserweights once they've proven themselves.
Yeah,
yeah,
because they deserve it. Cedric's going to Raw.
Cedric's going to Raw. Buddy Murphy's on SmackDown. Your two top guys from the cruiserweight division, and now you have other people who can run around in the cruiserweights and do well, and not be overshadowed by them. Cedric deserved the main roster after the CWC.
Absolutely.
You know,
but he had a good run as champion. I didn't see any of it, but he had a good run.
Age of Alexander was fantastic. Buddy Murphy had also an excellent run. Buddy Murphy, a guy who should have been fired after Blake and Murphy split up, and now he's the biggest star next to Alexa Bliss from that tag team. And the other one is a Forgotten Son.
I don't know how I feel about them yet.
The Forgotten Sons?
They're forgettable.
Yeah, no one remembers them.
The problem with being called the Forgotten Sons, it's like, wow, you put it in the name, forgettable.
I don't dislike them. They're like, no.
They have nothing to them.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a win, or they're trying to be a faction that has to run things, and they can't run things because there's only one faction that undisputably runs NXT, and that's the Undisputed Era, and so that's the problem.
I heard the best idea last week of how they should have ended Raw after Mania. Instead of the Bar coming out, it should have just been all four of them. You could have Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins in a title picture.
No, you save the Undisputed Era.
I think it's too soon for Undisputed to come up.
Yeah, that's why that's why you save Io Shirai as well.
Yeah, that was also the right move. Before we get over to SmackDown, guys, AJ Styles debuted. What's the future for AJ? Are we going to get an AJ Rollins? How soon before we get AJ Rollins again?
AJ Seth
SummerSlam
main event. Call it right now.
Book it. Who wins?
AJ.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, think about it.
Actually, yeah, you know what? AJ wins.
It's a hefty 4-month title reign for Seth Rollins. Like, it looks good on him. It makes him look strong, but, like, it's AJ Styles. He's the best in the business, and, like, we don't know how much time AJ Styles has left in the WWE.
Oh, he signed a new contract. He's fine.
But he's old. He's still old, though.
He's still old, and, like, they're going to give AJ both main titles.
Yeah.
I think AJ and Seth tear it down in Toronto. Now you make me want to go to Toronto. AJ and Seth tear it down, and that highlights SummerSlam.
Agreed.
Ooh, scary.
But do you think it'll be a standard match, or do you think we're going to get a fun stipulation?
Give him a ladder.
Don't even give him a ladder. Screw a ladder. Just give him a standard match. These guys can go for days.
Lumberjack.
Last man standing.
No. Lumberjack. Give them. I would love to see them do Iron Man.
A stairs match.
No.
We should have a Batista Triple H stairs match. That should be the main event of SummerSlam.
Where they stare at each other until one blinks.
A customer came into my job that knows I went to WrestleMania, and they're like, "How was the Triple H match? Was he still great?" And I'm like,
No, he wasn't.
I haven't watched it back yet, but I just want to watch it back so I can just watch Batista slip on TV.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
It took me 3 hours to watch the Batista match playback.
The best part about the Batista match is watching Xavier Woods during the Batista entrance.
Agreed, 1,000%, because that's me.
Will, have you seen it yet?
No.
Look it up right now. Look at the Xavier Woods Batista entrance. It's everything you think it is, and so much more.
Wait, Will, do you remember how ham I went at Evolution?
Yeah.
Imagine that by like 20.
He's like, oh my god, it's such a good song, and like he's literally like he found a way to sneak in between like the stands, and there it is.
Vocal cord's still good.
He does the explosions.
He does the machine gun. That was ridiculous. That's 50 seconds I'll never get back, and I'm very happy about it.
That's so good.
I love him.
And that was after Kofi won too, so he was already excited.
Xavier Woods' disgruntled attitude towards the Superstar ShakeUp and how no one from Up Up Down Down is on fucking SmackDown.
That was fucking hilarious. He goes, "Where's Tyler Breeze?"
If Tyler Breeze does not show up by the end of the show, I will be very disappointed.
That's true. He's screwing up. I've been watching him versus Tyler Breeze on like SmackDown versus Raw like 2006 or something like that via GM mode. I've been watching that since the beginning. Like, if that doesn't happen anymore, I'm gonna be really pissed. They're almost done. They're almost done.
They're almost done. And Vince is like, "Well, taking this away."
It makes.
What do you guys think of babyface Kevin Owens? Kate.
Hysterical.
Love him so much. Kevin Owens will never do any wrong for me. Like, he can't.
What if he kicked Aleister Black right in the dick?
Okay. Then Kevin Owens does wrong.
I was really hell-bent. I thought KO was going to turn heel on Kofi.
I did too.
Said that.
And I thought that was going to be Kofi's first opponent because I think Kofi and KO would work well together. And KO would job for Kofi.
He would, but I think Kevin Owens needs a face turn. You know why? It's that tie.
That tie is fresh.
The tie is ridiculous. You know what they should have done? They should have put it too high. Like, it should have been like up above his belly button on his gut. Just to sell the goofy dad babyface that Kevin Owens is right now.
I feel like it's more natural.
Big O.
Yeah. I feel like it's more naturally him too. Like, especially meeting him at Access. I was like, oh, this is like the real Kevin Owens. Like, he plays a great dickhead. Yeah. Like, he plays a great asshole, but it's not him. Yeah, like, I don't think that's really him.
Well, he's Canadian.
Doesn't mean anything.
He's polite.
Like, when we met Kevin Owens, I told him about the time I made my D&D character based on him, and he handled it really well. Because that's like a weird thing to say to someone, like, "Hi, I love you. I based a D&D character off of you, and I played your music every time I did shit." It's a weird thing to say to someone.
You probably made his day.
I hope so. He handled it with grace. He handled me with grace. I was shaking. I was literally shaking upon meeting Kevin Owens.
What happened to Big E?
He
injured.
He injured himself. Wasn't during the splits, but he'll be out for like 6 weeks, I believe.
Oh, so when he comes back.
No way Jose wants to be the next new member of the New Day.
I say no way Jose to that.
I'm here. No, I'm here for it. I don't care. I love No Way Jose.
No way Jose needs to be nowhere near the New Day.
Like, I'm really sad you guys didn't see me at the Raw After Mania during fucking main event because it was No Way Jose versus Jinder Mahal. It was the battle of the entrance music.
That's true. Well, we got there late because we ended up hanging out with Gallows and Anderson on the street.
I left to go dance with No Way Jose. I was at the top of Barclays, living.
Yeah, well, next time when we all buy tickets together, that won't be an issue.
I can't wait.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed you get a fucking job, Will.
That too. Or my business takes off. One or the other. But, can we still call him Mustafa Ali, please?
Yes.
In my heart, in my soul, he's Mustafa Ali, then, now, forever.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali.
It just sounds stupid.
Although they got the good chant going. It was Mustafa and Finn.
Mm-hmm. Great match.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I would love to have Finn have a good run and then drop the IC to Mustafa.
Well, here's the funny thing. This whole Kofi run was, from the beginning, supposed to be Mustafa Ali.
Then Mustafa got injured.
He got but he was supposed to go into the gauntlet. He was supposed to win at Mania going into Saudi Arabia, which we haven't heard a peep about.
They moved it to June.
Because Money in the Bank's going to be first.
Yeah, correct. Interesting. But could you imagine? Do you think Mustafa Ali would have got over? I'm not going to say as much as Kofi, because that would not be possible. But do you think that story of WrestleMania, Mustafa Ali would have gotten nearly as close as over as Kofi did?
No, absolutely not.
Do you think it would have went over like a wet fart in church?
No, I think Mustafa going over would have been fine. I think people would have been very into it. It still would have been very historic. However, Kofi's been doing this fucking forever, and I'm biased because I love Kofi a lot. And he is a top, what is it?
Top tier talent. He's officially top tier talent.
By your shitty logic, but yes.
Well, but if you go back to my original argument,
it means more. It meant more that Kofi got it.
Of course,
it did mean more, and people are more invested in Kofi Kingston
in general. He's been here since 2008. Mustafa Ali, while he is deserving, while he would also have had a historic Mania moment, not yet.
No.
Do you imagine Mustafa Ali carrying the WWE belt right now? What would the reaction be?
I don't. It would be a positive reaction, but I don't think it would have been an as positive reaction as Kofi.
Kofi just feels like a true champion.
Kofi, it just meant more with Kofi, with the belt around Kofi at the moment. Think about it. Do you have videos of like MVP and I think one of the members of Crime Time crying when Kofi won the title? That's been going around. You have Byron Saxton almost losing it on commentary. Byron Saxton finally came out on SmackDown and said Kofi's the first African-born WWE champion of all time. That in his grandfather's native country of somewhere in Ghana, they had a viewing party and they all celebrated when Kofi won the title. Like that a bigger story. What, the Ghana one?
Yeah, did you watch it?
I haven't found it. I haven't seen it.
I saw it on Twitter, I think last night. It's beautiful. Like it's just so pure. Like you just feel it.
And it's one of those things that the story of Kofi winning and him being the first, African American WWE champion was something that WWE never brought up, but it became.
They didn't have to.
Exactly, but it became such a cult-like thing that everybody just ended up talking about it, and that's what made Mania such a huge thing this year. Like I said last year, last week, you had one of the guys from Impractical Jokers on the pre-show being like, "I'm here to see Kofi Kingston win." Yeah. That's a big, and I don't think you would have had that same reaction from casual celebrities who get invited on the pre-show to be like, "I'm here to see Mustafa Ali win." I just don't think they have that much investment as they have had in Kofi Kingston.
It would have just been lost in the mid-card. Yeah. Daniel Bryan and the belt deserves more than that. Instead, it got the show stealer spot and was match of the night.
Yeah.
Crazy how an injury like that can happen. But what happens with Ali next?
This guy's still living for Ali. Like he's still.
I want to see him and Finn I want to see him and Finn in a feud, man.
I do too.
It's just this extreme, not extreme, but talented, very good wrestling, acrobatics, gymnastics. What the fuck you want to call it?
Fast-paced, technical wrestling.
Yeah, it's gonna be excellent.
And they're two wrestlers that both also are very good at telling stories.
And they teased their fast-paced technical wrestling during that match on SmackDown.
I want him to be the guy who almost wins Money in the Bank. He's at the top of the ladder, someone pushes him off, and he gets screwed out of it.
Who do you guys think is winning Money in the Bank this year, though?
Oh.
Drew was a safe pick, but now
it's so hard.
We're too early Money in the Bank predictions right now.
Or is it too early?
Way too early. Way too early. You don't even know who's in it. First of all.
Yeah. Way too early Money in the Bank predictions. This is
Elias.
How about this? Money in the Bank prediction, wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only, Braun Strowman.
Oh, Jinder Mahal.
Luke Harper.
He might be leaving. No, he requested his release.
That's upset. Everyone is legit sad. Like, I've seen so many tweets. Like, Sin Cara
Luke Harper was
really under. It.
Sin Cara's been like 3 people in the last 7 years. It's fine. Luke. Oh, never bad answer. Sin Cara winning. Kalisto.
Carlito.
It's not even in there. Lana.
Oh, women too?
What? Can we talk about her? For what happened?
I don't know. Well, you talked about this on the Patreon. So apparently, what? Lana's sex tape got leaked, or Lana made a sex tape? Was it?
I'm gonna Google it right now. Lana.
Was it with Rusev?
I hope so. If it's not with Rusev, I'm giving up on love.
Was it with Dolph Ziggler?
Ooh.
I mean, you don't have to give up on love. I've already given up on love after 2 years. 2 years ago. It's all right.
Type Lana Wild in.
You're going to find a lot on Lana because, she's done a lot of new things.
I know. No, I typed in Lana.
Well, no, she did the nude photo shoot. She was also a Florida State cowgirl back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Yes, she was.
You have no idea what I'm talking about when I say Florida State cowgirl, do you?
Nope, not a goddamn clue. But Cowgirls go all I need to hear.
Here's what happened. There was a bunch of these really hot chicks that went to Florida State, which Lana went to Florida State, and they dressed up as cowgirls during like the football games, and then became known as the Florida State Cowgirls because all the cameramen would pan to them, and Lana was one of them.
Nice. She was also on Banshee.
I can't find it.
She's also an incredible break dancer.
She's really talented. Good for her. She just can't wrestle. So while Kate Murphy's looking for that, Carmella and Charlotte again. Decent match.
It was fine, yeah.
Flair's thing on SmackDown where she should be. But we had Becky Lynch, Becky 2 belts. I'm surprised the word belt is getting used on TV this much.
Becky
alliteration is very powerful.
Yes. She also has a jacket that says Becky 2 belts.
But Vince hates the word belt.
And the shirts.
Well, Vince needs to suck it up. Yeah, and they have a shirt named Becky 2 belts. It's going to be a great shirt. It's going to be like my next shirt when I get money again.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the new Aleister Black shirt within an hour of it being announced.
Goodness gracious.
It's good.
I think that segment was the strongest segment, especially because it highlighted all the new women, and like it also highlighted how stacked that SmackDown women's roster is.
The Iconics.
Asuka,
Kyrie, Paige, Ember Moon, Becky, Charlotte. That's 8.
I want Ember Moon to win the Money in the Bank in the worst
I think
way.
she deserves. I think Ember deserves. I think Ember deserves Money in the Bank.
She deserves it. See, all 8 of those women are all contenders for one belt in one way or another. And then there's Bayley, but cool, Bayley.
But no, I think it's going to be a good move for Bayley. She actually showed like she cared to wrestle again.
Get her away from Sasha.
Well, we don't know where Sasha's going to be at either.
Sasha's a fucking cancer right now.
She's not a cancer. She's not a cancer at all.
She's that toxic friend you have in high school.
I don't know if she's that toxic friend. Like I don't agree with that. I feel like she has finally hit her breaking point. Like it's one of those things where like they misused her character from NXT. You give her a title only to have her lose within less than a month each time to Charlotte. Granted, their back and forth was phenomenal. And then you give her the first ever women's tag team, or this iteration of a women's tag team title, all to have them drop to the Iconics in their first real defense.
I understand that. I agree that she has the right to be frustrated.
I think that's frustrating. I agree.
You know why it was dropped, though? It was dropped because she used Vince's name in an interview.
What?
Vince has this thing where he doesn't want to be mentioned in media.
I heard about the Hall of Fame thing where, like...
Well, the writer got fired, true. But, like Drew McIntyre's been on record saying that, like, if the press presses you on that, you gotta say the boss, or, like, the big man, or whatever. You cannot say Vince McMahon.
But why is that?
Because he doesn't want any media attention on him, good or bad.
Why?
Because he's a weirdo.
It's going to be on him anyways. Everybody knows who he is. Like, everybody knows who runs WWE.
Yeah,
that's just a weird thing. But like
Shasha was saying, like, we were the ones pressing on Vince's door to get these titles made.
But that's so petty.
It is petty. It's also accurate.
But yeah, it's petty. It's petty on Vince's thing.
I know.
It's not. Yeah, but like, yeah, they got it done, and it was great. But then to be like, for him to turn around, like, oh, you used my name, I'm gonna make you drop a title. Like that's BS. Like I understand the back and forth with her and Charlotte because that created great drama and great TV, and it was a pivotal point of making the women more of a highlight of a show. But like at some point, Sasha, I believe, deserves a substantial title run that Charlotte has had, that Becky is having, that Bayley hasn't had, but that Bayley had for a little bit.
Yeah, she had like almost 6 months.
Yeah, but Sasha has never had that.
Yeah.
Which I think is BS. And also, they never really gave her a full control of her character like she did in NXT. She was a legend because she was a huge bitch. And she didn't give a fuck, but she also got shit done in the ring. But now Vince has to think about this because now he has competition that's willing to snag up anybody. It's not where like Vince can release them and be like, oh, we're going to be an afterthought. She may not be an afterthought somewhere else.
She's a game changer anywhere else.
Exactly.
And I don't know for the women's division and for AEW, but
Sasha Banks
there's your face.
AEW.
Yeah, And so it's like I attribute to this to what Antonio Brown did with the Steelers.
Mm.
He used his leverage.
Yeah, they did her dirty one too many times.
He was like, you guys have been doing me dirty. I want out. I want out. He started, blabbing off at the mouth. All of a sudden, he got traded. He got a monster deal with the Raiders. And this is the same thing that's happening. The players and, in this point, the wrestlers are now using their leverage against management. And I say fucking good for them.
I think it's great. Just Sasha in particular, based on the reports, again, I don't know what the fuck is true and what isn't anymore. If she had a temper tantrum like I hear she did, like, that's childish.
Well,
and, like,
so did fucking Brock Lesnar in that same report, too. And
well,
Brock
no,
upped and left.
Well, I hate Brock Lesnar. I don't like Sasha either. However, I feel she did get fucked by WWE. I just think she's handling it badly.
Yeah, I mean, but Brock...
And this is coming from someone that does not like Sasha Banks at all. She's been underutilized. She should have gotten a substantial title run that was longer than 27 days.
True.
Just don't be a baby about it.
I agree.
Act with like you have such a great platform to work with, and
I don't know.
Act like a brat though. Like little kids look up to that girl.
It's so hard. It's so hard though.
It's
so hard to like just take that for so long. I mean, we applaud Kofi for doing that, but Kofi has always been very verbal.
But Kofi did it with a matter of respect. He was never an asshole. He was never a child about it.
I don't know, but like it seems, but Kofi was never seen as a pillar of his divisions. Ever. He kind of just waited a turn. So, whereas Sasha has been seen as like the 4 horsewomen of WWE, one of the mainstays, one of the staples, one of the highest merch getters of all the women. There have been new Sasha Banks shirts out the ass for years.
Yeah, she's like the most successful unsuccessful competitor.
She is.
And I think that weighs on you. Like you get all, like they make all this merch for you. They highlight you in all this shit. You're doing all the commercials. You don't get a title run though.
Yeah, she's doing everything right, but not getting an award for it.
Yeah, and that's frustrating after a while.
Yeah. But on the other end of the foot, we know how Vince says it could be a reflection on her.
Hey man, one thing you gotta learn: boss is never wrong.
Oh no, the boss is wrong. The boss
can't be completely wrong. Experience.
Yeah, the Viking experience.
The boss is wrong.
Doesn't matter. He's the one who makes the decisions. I mean, I agree with you guys. I think Sasha Banks is getting fucked over. I honestly, for her sake, I hope she does leave. Because she deserves better.
Yeah. And I think it'll fuck over everything that they wanted to do as well.
That ruins 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsemen at Survivor Series.
Good. I don't want to see it. I don't care.
I want to see it.
I don't.
I never cared about it.
I wanted it like a year ago. Kind of.
Jessamine Duke and Rena Shafir weren't ready.
I like them. Shayna Baszler, I just don't care about them.
The only thing you got like Sasha maybe on the ropes. I think I don't think Sasha's leaving, but I think she's using AEW and everybody else's leverage.
Yeah.
Because they know how much everybody else is willing to give Sasha. And if I'm Cody Rhodes, I'm calling Sasha every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, like, Mercedes.
Hey. Exactly.
Hey.
Wanna
it's your boy over? Cody. Rumors are you might be single. I like black chicks.
Have you seen my wife?
I'll shoot you right.
Exactly.
My wife has hair though.
And I think she's going to use that to get a better deal and get better control over her character with WWE. And I think separating her from Bayley is the first part of it.
Yeah, thank God. I'm sick.
Get them away from each other.
And get Sasha.
I don't even care about that match anymore.
Get Sasha mad again and have Sasha be the first challenger to Becky.
Oh, please.
Becky versus Sasha?
I mean, yes, absolutely. I mean, but Sasha got that Ronda match.
When? Oh, Rumble. That she did. She did. She did get the. Was it Rumble?
Rumble.
It was Rumble.
Because we all knew she was going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. She knew that too, but that's the role she had to play.
Yeah, and she did it well.
And the payout was probably get the tag titles, but then have like what, a 2-month run? That's the inaugural champs.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but that's the name of the business. The final thing we got to talk about, guys, is one Roman Reigns showing up on SmackDown.
Daddy.
Just let her take over. Just let her go.
Yeah, Kate, what was your reaction when the big dog left his pen?
I screamed.
Do you have roommates?
Yeah.
How did they react when Roman Reigns came out?
They didn't.
Riveting.
But
yeah, right.
So
it was something that needed to happen for a while. Roman in general just needed a reset on his everything. And Superman punching Vince McMahon in the face, I found delightful.
It wasn't a Superman punch, it was a trust fall. That's all it was. Elias caught him. It was a trust fall.
Yeah.
It was a trust fall heard around the internet.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, Elias at some point needs to get in the ring and do something. Mm-hmm. But I love him being the entertainment part of any show that he is.
I agree.
Apparently, he really loves sports because anytime they're in, he shits on their sports team with perfection.
Mm-hmm.
With perfection.
His comments on Gritty when they were in fucking Philly were great.
His comments on the Habs, I thought was going to get him killed on Monday.
Yeah.
Like, they gave him Roman after Mania heat after he said that. And it was fantastic, but Roman's going to be your good new foundation of SmackDown. He doesn't have to win. He doesn't have to win the title.
Nope.
I don't think he should go for it yet.
Yeah, no, I think he teases it. I think he helps Kofi become a more credible champion. I would be interested to see Kofi versus Roman.
You gotta be very careful with Roman Reigns because you gotta put him in the right place because you can't have him bury someone. Like I was thinking maybe Lars Sullivan, but you can't have him bury Lars Sullivan.
You need Lars to look strong at some point.
You need Lars to look strong, but you can't put him in a title picture either because if you put him in a title picture too soon, those boos are gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kofi's too hot right now. Kofi needs to have a substantial run and then lead up to Roman and have that can Kofi beat Roman kind of mentality. That might be SummerSlam.
I was going to say, how long do you think before Kofi Roman happens?
That might be SummerSlam, Kofi Roman. If you can build Kofi up, as strong as you need him to be, have Roman be the one to face off on him.
Well, you know what I was thinking now? Because I saw that Roman's on SmackDown. Him and Seth are separated.
Yeah, correct. The Shield is officially done.
But that's a match everyone wants to see.
That's something you can lead into Survivor Series.
But what if Roman wins the Rumble?
He can cash in anywhere.
Yeah.
The Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like the Royal Rumble. And he goes up against Rollins.
Yeah, but also you're not going to do that when he's going to be the pillar of Fox. You forget after October, it's Fox SmackDown the Fox.
That's true. That is a match everyone wants to see, though.
Or reverse
Survivor Series would be good, title for title.
Seth is good. Seth drops the title to AJ at SummerSlam.
Seth comes over to SmackDown.
Him and Roman, or even no. If they still do brand versus brand at Survivor Series, you can do something with Seth and Roman at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Like if there's an invasion angle, one of them could hit the other.
Steph said it on Raw. The road to next year's WrestleMania begins now.
It does.
Well, obviously.
Well, I know, but this seed.
So we get Seth and Roman.
What the fuck are the matches gonna be?
So I'm getting there.
No. Oh, sorry.
So Seth and Roman face off at fucking Survivor Series. Who's gonna win the? Seth Rollins can win the fucking Royal Rumble. Again.
Roman,
Assuming
2 years in a row. Get that Austin streak.
Well, no. Assuming if Roman beats Kofi at SummerSlam, and Roman has the title, and has another run, Seth can win the Rumble. Seth versus Roman for the title at Mania next year.
You think that's how the writers' room is for WWE? All right, guys, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, but I think there's more.
Survivor Series, you got these guys face off.
I think it's more torturized pressure in the writers' room.
Maybe Roman wins Money in the Bank.
Or no, I can see Roman. I don't want Roman to win Money in the Bank. He doesn't need it. I can see Roman and Kofi going on at SummerSlam, and like Roman goes for a spear, Kofi hits a Trouble in Paradise. They're both knocked out, and someone cashes in.
Oh.
Therefore, Kofi and Roman don't. That's the problem. Therefore, Kofi and Roman don't have to look bad in an epic match. Kofi doesn't lose that much momentum, Roman's
Kofi
Roman.
Is the hottest thing ever. How do you take a title off him?
And keep him hot.
Heat. How do you get heat when taking the title off him? Other than just beating him 1, 2, 3, like next week, a cash in. he gets screwed.
Yeah.
He puts on a fucking clinic, and then gets cashed in on.
And you know who could do the cashing in? Sami fucking Zayn.
I'll cry.
God.
Sami Zayn is a well-deserved Money in the Bank winner.
And he's a heel.
I think he's my front runner.
I agree.
For Money in the Bank.
Paulina, Sami Zayn, and remove Money in the Bank.
Because Sami Zayn could ruin anybody's historic title reign right now. I would even put Pete Dunne in the Money in the Bank just to fuck with people.
I'll lose my fucking mind if Pete Dunne wins Money in the Bank.
I'm still saying Elias, because it'd be really funny to see him play a guitar with a fucking briefcase.
I hate how much I want to go to Money in the Bank.
We can still do it.
We could do it. Well, you guys could do it. I can't.
Kate, it's a road trip, really.
I know, it's a ferry. I have to figure... What weekend is it?
Oh, it's a ferry.
May 19th.
Kate, don't say such things. If it's really just the ferry I'm in.
We're going to wrestling on a boat.
Yeah, if you come out by me, you just take the ferry from Port Jeff to fucking Connecticut.
That's true. Can I bring my car on this ferry or not?
Yes.
Oh, we're in.
How much is this ferry?
I don't remember.
Well, I might be in. Fuck! God damn it, Kate Murphy.
No, hold on. Let's see how inexpensive tickets are, because I cannot spend this is a stupid idea.
No, this is not a stupid idea.
This is how great ideas are formed. This is how Kofi Banks. This is how Kofi Kingston wins at WrestleMania. All right, guys, stop us hurt. Who we got? I don't know. Kofi.
It's a goddamn genius idea.
All right, Kate, what we got? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm looking at Money in the Bank.
Come on, Kate Murphy.
What are you saying?
How much are ferry tickets? Dun, dun,
I'm
dun,
looking at Money in the Bank tickets more than anything else.
That's not as important.
What? It's not coming up on Ticketmaster.
Ferry tickets.
Huh?
Don't go on Ticketmaster. Go on StubHub.
All right. We can do this off air. Anything else you want to talk about in wrestling this week?
All the signees. Kushida got officially signed. Shane Strickland from Evolve fame.
Kushida debuts in this week's NXT tapings. Not this week, but they were the ones that are filmed, so he's coming.
Okay.
Shane Strickland is, as well as I think Garza Jr. also signed. Lucha Libre background, which is really cool. A lot of notable injuries. This week, Nia Jax is down, Big E is down. People are requesting their leave. Luke Harper, like we mentioned earlier.
Alexander Wolf potentially.
Alexander Wolf, Razor rumored as well. It's just the nature of the beast right now, but it's good because, like I think Will and I have said, or maybe I even said on the War Room podcast, WWE isn't the end all be all now. You have AEW coming. You have the expansion of Mexican wrestling. AAA is coming to America soon.
Let's keep my New Japan, Ring of Honor, even the
Ring
Indies in general.
Oh,
that's what we need. That's what we need to talk about. So Will, I was semi-right. They didn't tell New Japan. They told MSG Security, ROH knew, but
that's what I said.
But New Japan did not know.
That's dumb.
Very.
It's a very good move on ROH's part to cash in on this popularity of Enzo and Cass and
very
of Enzo and Cass, but very, very poor business.
Yeah.
With not telling New Japan. And Bubba Ray Dudley is good friends with Enzo and Cass. So that's why he was out there.
Oh, he threw him like he hated him. So
Am I allowed to like publicly Enzo Amore and Cass again? Am I allowed to like them again?
No, I still think they're trash individuals.
I like their wrestling. I like this. I like what they're doing though. The t-shirts Kazakh sell. You see the t-shirts? How long are they on sale for? 10 days. How many days? 10 days. How you doing? 10 days.
Kazakh sell.
Kazakh sell.
I'm really mad though.
NZO.
When I Marie Kondoed my clothes, I got rid of my Enzo and Cass shirt, thinking they would never get back together, and I'm fucking mad.
I don't know. It just Enzo needs to learn how to wrestle a little bit better for me.
He does, and
Enzo's
Big Cass needs to
horrible
get back in ring shape and not seize.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
It's the right move for ROH, dude. They got the Wrestling World talking, and
it's a great move. I think it's just poor timing.
I think it's great timing. Bad business.
Bad, but that makes it bad.
It was mostly bad timing because about a half an hour before Enzo and Cass came out at G1 is when Bret Hart got attacked at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, That and also it's the style of the event. That's supposed to be a showcase event. Not supposed to shock people at a showcase style of an event.
Like Austin turning heel, like a streak ending.
Well, Austin turning heel was also a bad move, and Austin admitted that it was a dumb move to do.
Like the streak ending.
Streak ending was it was initially bad, and I still think it was the wrong call. But however, residual effect, Brock Lesnar became the biggest thing of all time.
Would you say it's an exception to the rule?
The streak ending is an exception to the rule, but yeah, that is an exception to the rule. I wouldn't have done an angle like that, especially an angle that's insignificant to the show. Like Austin turning heel was the main event. Undertaker versus Brock is pretty much a main event anywhere on a card. This is a tag team. And granted, it was probably IWGP and ROH tag team, but it was a tag team match in the middle of a showcase event.
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
Yeah, no.
As an Enzo Amore fan, I loved it. I was the one person at MSG that cheered that night. But as a I cheered.
So when everyone was chanting "fuck you, Enzo," Kate was chanting "fuck me, Enzo."
No, I would never.
How you doing?
No.
How you doing?
Okay, Murphy, how you doing?
How you doing?
Enzo Amore is not a daddy. He's the opposite. He's someone I would like hang out with.
He's a stepdaddy.
All right, so I have creepy Uncle Bobby Roode, Daddy Roman.
I forgot about creepy Uncle Bobby.
I talked about that the other day. I mentioned
about creepy Uncle Bobby. It's one of my favorite episode titles.
Speaking of which, Bobby Roode's on his own now. Chad Gable moved back to SmackDown.
Good.
Yeah, maybe we can heal Bobby.
Uncle Creepy Angry Uncle Bobby.
Maybe.
Here for it.
All right, guys, let's move over to King of the Night.
Excellent.
I'm still giving it to Sami Zayn. Although I thought about giving it to Xavier Woods after seeing that video.
Jeez. This is hard. Especially with the shakeup and everything, but yeah. I'm going to give it to Xavier Woods, because Xavier Woods is great. Him and everything. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm going to give it to Kevin Owens for being actually a funny baby face.
Eating all those pancakes?
And trying to gyrate and dance. I was like, this is horrible, but it's so funny. It's like, Kevin Owens shows he has range as like an entertainer. And that's great. Like, think about when it reminds you of when Kurt Angle started showing he has range. Like, he can do anything now. Kevin Owens can now do anything you want him to. And that's one of the things that Vince and people in management love. The ability for a wrestler to do anything. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Owens now shows he can fucking do anything. He's funny. He can be the mean heel. You know, he's very multifaceted. So give it to the KO. He can put on
good matches. He can do acrobatics as a fat guy.
Exactly. He's KO, King of the Night. The big O. The big KO.
All right.
Ms. Murphy.
All right.
Ms. Murphy, nice.
Surprise, surprise. My King of the Night is not Roman Reigns.
Aleister Black?
No.
Is it me?
Oh.
That's definitely a no.
No, honorary King of the Night is Will.
Yes!
Actual King of the Night is Finn Balor.
Okay.
All right. So, as much as I wanted to pick Roman Reigns for King of the Night because him showing up on SmackDown was just amazing, Finn Balor fucking crushed it this week. Between his match with Mustafa, his match with Andrade, him going to SmackDown is the right move. That blue gear, though. I think he deserves a lengthy title run. He's underutilized for so long.
Damn, you're right on all points.
I'm serious. Like, it took them so long to figure out what the fuck to do with Finn Balor. Because once he came back from his injury, like, it was very shaky for a while. He got lost in the shuffle, especially with the Universal title being a mess. Once Finn Balor got his hands on the Intercontinental Championship, like, it's finally time for him to shine. And it's finally time for him to have a proper run. And between Mustafa and Andrade, they both highlight his skills. So, Finn Balor getting reset to finally be a key player, hopefully future WWE champion. I'm ready. King Finn Balor. The Demon King forever.
Yeah, and Finn's going to do what Daniel Bryan initially wanted to do with the IC title. Mm-hmm. Is make the IC title a big staple of SmackDown.
I genuinely love the Intercontinental title. I just always have.
A lot of people have.
I like it now, but I like it now, but they put it on the people that can actually carry it. And that started with The Miz. The Miz rejuvenated ever since then. They put it on people who can actually work day in and day out.
Finn.
Yeah. And China is the only female IC champ.
Yeah, it's truly becoming the workhorse's title.
It's a great title.
It's refreshing.
I think they should do something with the U.S. title and do something to make that special, because that title hasn't felt special in a while.
The Samoa Joe Open Challenge.
I loved Samoa Joe, but I think he has the potential to make the U.S. title special. We just need to find him better opposition.
Depends on if he goes to Raw now, because right now both mid cards are on SmackDown.
Did Joe have the flu, or did Joe get banned from Canada?
He probably had the flu.
Okay. But then they should have announced Joe. I don't know. I guess maybe it would have been less impactful if they announced Joe coming to Raw. He's got to attack somebody on Monday.
Yeah, that's what Joe does. He attacks people.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, ladies and germs, I think it's time we wrap this bitch up.
It's bedtime.
It is bedtime.
Gotta end it with the women's right. I don't even know what theme is ending it with.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 144, The Queen Bee Experience. Oh, Kate Murphy, thank you so much for coming on the show this week. I hope you had a great time.
I always have a great time. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
I had a great time. Kings of the Rings podcast. Guys, yes, next week, next few months are going to be abundant. If you want to come in, throw your name in that hat. You can be a Patreon. You can be a first-time listener. You can be a long-time listener. You can be someone who don't even know who you are.
You just can't be Slack.
You just can't be Slack. You just want to... Actually, you can be Slack. Fuck you.
Quick Slack.
Fuck Slack. Reach out to myself, Ricky. Just message him on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that business. KOTR _podcast. Reach out to me on Twitter. Phil Parrish. ARASHUK. Big things are happening next month. It's going to be a great time. I'm very excited.
Well, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's King Ricky Rose, the Kings of the Rings podcast. Your social media ambassador of KOTR _podcast. Your general manager of Wrestle Addict Radio. Check out all of our other shows, including Not Your Mama's Soap Opera, Smash This Podcast, Gift the Podcast, and also the Fourth Wall WrestleCast. You can find me personally on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, some people's DMs, less people's text messages, at Ambassador Biggs, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Again, Kate Murphy, thank you for coming on the show. Pleasure to have you. You are welcome back after your little vacation to Chicago next week.
But until... my life.
Yeah, right. I'm telling Nikki still. But we are going to need somebody to be our new co-host for next week. So if you're interested, and yes, I'll include Slack, if you are genuinely interested in being the co-host for the show, we can give you a little bit of a KOTR tryout. So let us know, or just let me know, because I'm the one who controls all the social media. And we may have that, and maybe another superstar spotlight maybe on the horizon as well.
Ooh.
We don't know yet, but that may be coming soon.
Kate, grab your... I call you Kate Murphy, everyone else but this podcast. Kate Murphy, grab your ukulele, play us a tune, and give me your plugs.
Wait, do you have a ukulele on you right now?
10 feet away from me.
Oops. Well, give us the plugs. Fuck, give us the plugs.
Next week. I'm not getting my fucking ukulele right now. It is 11 o'clock at night. This is your Queen Bee, Kate Murphy _ the Kate Murphy on Twitter, the Kate Murphy on literally everything else. And thanks for having me. I will come back literally whenever the fuck you want.
Probably sooner than later.
Excellent.
Sooner rather than later. But until next week, we're the Kings and a Queen of the Rings and a Bee. And we will buzz on over to you next week. I didn't like that. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, fuck you, Slack.
Click, clack, fuck, Slack.
All right.
Stop.
Yes.
Hey. Look how much fun we had.
So funny story. My computer almost shut down midway through.
Oh my god, really?
And I was able to stop it from shutting down. I have no idea how that happened. I was like, oh my god, no, stop.
Oh my god, save, you fucking piece of shit.
What?
I'm trying to save the file.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. You don't want to be part of our lost episode file.
I'll cry.
Who's that bitch?
What episode was 144?
Yeah, 144.
Cool. Saving project.
Yo, I totally forgot to upload the You Mad Bro fucking thing this week for its individual feed.
Oh, yeah?
I'm doing it right now.
I think this is the most coherent I've ever been on the show in my life.
You did great. You were fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely. 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so and within the month or so, we will figure out whether we're going back to the David or if we're moving on.
Yeah, let me know.
Speaking of which, hold on, I need to look up these freaking Money in the Bank tickets.
Yeah.
Ferry tickets first.
What's up?
The ferry tickets.
Ooh,
Why do we care more about the ferry than the fucking pay-per-view itself?
Like, I feel like the ferry would be not bad. Let's see.
I don't want.
There's only like, we can get mid-level for Money in the Bank. Not bad. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 rows in. We can get mid-level, like, pretty much facing at $72 a pop.
That's not bad. That is affordable. What day is it?
More.
What's up?
What day is it?
It's May 19th. Ironically, Dave's graduation day.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going without Dave?
What's up?
Fuck. That's all my friends' graduation day. I don't know if I can go to Money in the Bank because they're graduating.
Okay, it's me and you now.
Alright. Let me confirm with work that I can get off the 20th just to be safe.
I might just go to work the next day.
I don't know if I want to go to work the next day. I will sleep on it because I'm also high and it's late.
Ooh, sailing schedule.
This is still sailing. Alright, BRB. Hold on.
Let's see. Friday and Saturday. Ooh, okay, that's bad.
What?
So, if we took the ferry over, it'd be fine. Like, we'd make it.
You'd be cutting it close?
No, the last ferry leaves from, leaves at like 10:15 from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And there's no way in hell.
So it's getting home.
It's getting home is the issue.
It's not that far of a drive, to be honest. It's probably like an hour and a half. At most.
Which is the same amount that you would take for the ferry. Oh, it's only on a 2-vessel schedule for until April 22nd. Let's look at rates.
Kate Murphy, you look so comfortable.
I've been in my bed this whole time. And now I'm going to take up all of my makeup.
Yeah, me too. Wow, it's like...
I woke up this morning, I'm like, I'm going to wear eyeliner. I don't know why I want to wear eyeliner, but I do. Now I regret it.
So this, Alright, so the car is like $58.
For the ferry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Auto including driver, vehicles arriving on reserved on ticket on Fridays. So if we... Only problem is we could take the ferry in, but we'd have to drive back.
Oh, why? What time is the ferry close?
10:15.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a lot of driving.
From
Not that bad.
Bridgeport?
Well, keep in mind getting me back and stuff.
Kate, for you back, yeah, that's a hike.
Yeah, it fucking blows. I could do it. I got good fuck.
We might not have a car.
What's up?
We might not have a car. There's gonna be all sorts of mess me trying to figure it out. Okay, so I saved the file. Am I exporting it as what, MP3 or?
MP3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know my email, Kate?
I think I have it saved. Let me double check.
I'll text it to you just in case.
Thank you. Wait, why is it saying I don't want to? Oh, okay. Exporting the audio with standard preset. I'm glad I remembered how to do this.
Yeah, me too. Some people just didn't get it.
Well, because I studied this in school, but I mostly know how to use Pro Tools, so theoretically it's very similar.
It is very similar. Do you have a PC or a Mac?
I have a PC right now. I'm eventually switching to Mac.
Oh, you should keep the PC.
You
should keep the PC.
Yeah.
Well, because I'd be mostly using it for music production, so.
GarageBand is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, I can't argue that. That's 100% fair.
Because if I was just gonna use it for podcasting and leisure, I would stick with PC because I've always had a PC.
Right. I could also give you Audition, but I can't give it to you with Mac.
Yeah.
Mac is very tricky when it comes to stealing things from the internet.
Yeah, and at this point, if I get a Mac now, I'll have it for 10 years. This PC I have now, it's 7 years old and it's a fucking piece of shit.
This PC I have is going to be with me for the rest of my life.
I cannot wait to see your PC.
I'll probably be dead by 30s, but that's okay.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Yeah, but Money in the Bank is doable.
What?
What do you think of Game of Thrones?
Oh my god, it was amazing!
Yeah, it was the week of setup.
I know. I liked that it tied everything together, so it just made me hyped for next week.
Oh, I got to tell you I had a dream last night. Other than the one about high school, I had a dream that Jaime came back to King's Landing, and I was approaching Cersei, and the mountain came behind and stabbed Jaime, through the chest.
So
and
good.
then Cersei, he fell in Cersei's arms, and then the mountain went behind and stabbed Cersei. And then stabbed them both through the face. That was my dream.
I told you my theory, right?
Yeah.
With Arya and the face.
Yeah, that's the good one. But also my dream, Sam died, Gendry died.
Fuck you.
The mountain and the Hound killed each other.
That's why. Well, I think the Hound is going to kill the mountain, but the Hound is going to die later.
This was all in 1 week, Kate. This is one episode, and all these people died in my dream. I was I woke up sad.
Did you have did you need to go to therapy after the Red Wedding?
No. See, I didn't. Well, here's the thing. I didn't watch Game of Thrones until season 5.
Live?
Week by week.
See, I started week 3 of season 6 is when I started watching it live.
Right. And that was 2015 or 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But so I caught up before then. So I knew the Red Wedding was coming, but I didn't know where and who it was. So I thought it was Joffrey's wedding.
Same.
Because in that point in the series, dude, there was 8 weddings in a season.
Yeah.
There was so many goddamn weddings.
So with Game of Thrones, I remember while it was happening, I remember people posting about the Red Wedding, but I knew there was something called the Red Wedding, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know whose wedding it was. I knew nothing. But Joffrey's wedding was so sinister, so I'm this is probably the red wedding.
But then the Red Wedding happened first, and everyone died. I was like, what? Because the only thing I knew with the Red Wedding was that everyone died. That's all I knew.
Yeah. I remember being very confused, though, with hearing about the Red Wedding. I'm but how is the show continuing? I just didn't. I get it now. Ricky, do you really not watch Game of Thrones?
I've never seen an episode, no.
Well, you're missing out there, big guy.
Not really. Everybody in my office has seen Game of Thrones, so my boss is well, how much do you how much are you into that type of stuff? And I was well, I'm into medieval shit, so like, sure. He's like, well, whenever you're ready, he's like, I have every season on DVD, and I can give it to you, and you can watch it at your leisure. So that's what I'm gonna do at some point.
Do it. You will love it.
When I'm done with Endgame and my Marvel binge for the next month or 2 weeks.
Can we take a squad trip to the Renaissance Fair?
Ooh.
Am I gonna get hung? I never been to Renaissance Fair either.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Okay, how do you get to the Renaissance Fair? Like,
can we LARP?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna make our own weapons and just beat the shit out of each other the whole time.
Dude, honestly, Tep had a vote the other day to make LARPing a rush event.
LARPing was a real thing on Towson's campus for a while. People would just run around and beat the shit out of each other.
I always wanted to LARP, but never did.
You know who's great LARPers? Fucking Sarah Logan and
her husband.
Yeah. Like, if we're gonna LARP, we have to LARP hard. And like, also, like, if we go to when we go to Tampa, because I've already looked at property to stay at in Tampa. I was also looking at property to stay at in Chicago.
I honestly might drive.
To Chicago?
What?
Both.
To Tampa? You're out of your mind.
Why?
Just fly from freaking MacArthur.
Just for the experience of doing it, honestly.
Well, you've never seen the world, so yeah, you should probably do it. Well, I've never driven through the Midwest either, so.
Yeah,
I eventually want to do that.
I'd want to drive to Chicago more than I'd want to drive to Tampa.
If so, we're taking your car because my car has over 100,000 miles, and I'm not trusting that on the interstate for too long.
My car just hit 16, so I got
we'll be fine. We'll do a fucking
ride along.
Ride along, yeah. Like I've been dying to do with my GoPro.
Yeah, Kate Murphy, you want to come to Chicago with us?
Oh yeah.
You can take part on a road trip. You'll be in the back and the middle. Me and we can be in front.
Yeah.
That'd honestly be so much fun.
Which Chicago trip is this? This is for what?
Survivor Series. The only problem is we have to about riding through snow in the Midwest in November.
Ah, shit, that might happen. Dude, they know how to handle snow. The roads would be so clear.
That's true.
As long as it's not snowing.
That's true. But like I looked at some of the rental properties in Chicago.
What did you see?
It's the same one that we used when we were in Philly. It's like these things are like 1,000 square feet, like 2-bedroom apartments.
That one in Philly was so dope.
Like luxury shit.
Well, what's your email?
I'll text you, sorry.
God, how dare you?
wtarashock@gmail.com. It's pretty easy.
w.tarashock@gmail.com?
No.
Just wtarashock.
There's not many W-Tarashocks out there, so.
Thank you.
Gotcha, girl. Love of my life.
Love you.
Oh, I got Ajax now? Fuck yeah, I do.
Yankees won.
Yeah, dude, Gardner.
41st Yankee to hit 100 home runs.
That's a lot of Yankees.
Yeah. They called it, I think Bleacher Report called it a grand century.
Ah, that's clever. Good for Bleacher Report.
Stay Alfred Chicago is the name of the company that we use Stay Alfred.
I have family in Chicago too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've never met them now.
Where are you?
Oh, so yeah, let's not do that.
You know what? If we actually go to Chicago, I'm gonna let Uncle Phil know, because he would
You love your Uncle Phil.
Huh?
You love your Uncle Phil.
Dude, Uncle Phil is like, honestly, one of my favorite people alive.
So, they have like 4 different property sites in Chicago, ranging from $100 a night to $72 a night. Pretty much 2-bedroom, 1-baths or 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment style living housing.
That's not bad at all.
And they're all dope as shit.
When do the tickets go on sale?
Survivor Series is already on sale. Every Big Four goes on sale 2 Big Four pay-per-views before them. So as right when WrestleMania hits, Survivor Series is on sale. When SummerSlam hits, Royal Rumble's going to go on sale.
That's right.
And then when Survivor Series hits, WrestleMania goes on sale.
We gotta start planning.
That's their logic. Is it's usually a week or so before. Yeah, these amenities are fucking dope. So like in this place, Kate, they would have like a full kitchen, walk-in closets, dishwasher, ceiling, tall ceilings, ironing board, free cable and Wi-Fi, hair dryer, washer dryers in every unit.
Excellent.
Even though we lost our hot water for a fucking day in Philly, remember that?
Because Dave left the shower on all night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they must have got that water bill and be like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Yeah.
Who's this fucking idiot? We like you, it's just Dave.
Well, no, like I like that, like a bunch of like.
Oh, Ricky, I haven't even told you that. Sorry, I can't cut you off. But yo, I was asleep because I slept at TEP this weekend, and I like fell asleep on the couch at like 3 a.m. to Joe Rogan.
Shoes on or shoes off?
Huh? Shoes off, obviously.
Smart move.
But anyway, I fucking fell asleep with the Joe Rogan podcast on, and anytime my headphones are on, if someone calls me, that automatically picks up.
Yeah.
I woke up at 5:45 in the morning for a phone call, and it was Dave.
About what?
I have no idea. He wasn't saying anything. It was just like I heard the background. It was the most bizarre. I have no idea what happened.
That's weird. And on that note, we're going to end this video, Patreon. Thanks, guys.
It's bedtime.